Get the boys back. Little problem here.
And then we have 104 Patrick Money as they go across the back end there.
Welcome back to the Vintage Sidecar Motocross series. Today we're jumping forward to the 1991 season. A new passenger, a new season, and a new chapter in our racing journey. But before we get into the action from Crystal Brook, let's rewind a little and finish off the story from 1990. After our success at Port Pirie and several strong results throughout the season, we were building towards the Australian Sidecar Motocross Championships in Ballarat, Victoria. Everything was going to plan until about 2 weeks before the event. Daren came to me and told me he had decided to retire from racing and wouldn't be available for the Australian titles. To be honest, I was disappointed. Daren and I had come a long way together, from building our first sidecar in a shed in Broken Hill to racing throughout South Australia and Western Australia. We'd shared some incredible experiences, but I respected his decision. Racing sidecars is demanding, and everyone eventually reaches a point where it's time to move on. The problem was, the Australian titles were only 2 weeks away. Suddenly, I needed a passenger, fast. Fortunately, someone stepped up. Duncan Wilson. Duncan was the youngest brother of Robert Wilson, who had helped us build our first sidecar several years earlier. He also came with plenty of experience. Duncan had spent years competing in sidecar trials with his brother Rowan and was already comfortable moving around a sidecar. The Wilson family had sidecars in their blood. At one stage, Duncan and Rowan had purchased an EML 990 sidecar outfit, affectionately known as the Leg Breaker. That nickname came after a crash at Gilman that left Rowan with a broken ankle and brought that particular adventure to an early end. With the Australian titles approaching, Duncan and I threw ourselves into practice. There wasn't much time to build experience together, so every ride counted. Before long, we loaded up and headed to Ballarat. The 1990 Australian titles turned out to be one of the coldest and wettest meetings I've ever attended. From memory, it snowed on the first day. Not exactly ideal conditions for a newly formed rider and passenger combination. Despite that, we managed to put together a solid weekend. By the end of the event, we'd finished 5th in both the Junior and Senior Sidecar classes. Given the circumstances, we were pretty happy with that result. More importantly, Duncan enjoyed himself. After Ballarat, he decided he'd like to continue racing. And just like that, we had our team for 1991. So here we are at Crystal Brook, South Australia. I believe this was the opening round of the South Australian Championship season. Looking through the footage today, it seems like there was a fantastic turnout. There are plenty of familiar faces in the pits and on the start line. If you recognise anyone in the footage, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, enough talking, let's get to the racing. Sit back, enjoy the action, and take a trip back to Crystal Brook in 1991.
Okay, the second event on the card coming up. Some of the top there. In there again on a 250cc class. Full warmed up. Yes, the 220s lead away. On number 13, don't forget about him. Daren Newman from Murray Bridge. Daren Newman, he's up there. And
then we have 74 goes in the back gunner where he is. the front, 207. Timothy Richards, that's the young brother goes there. And we have 104 Patrick Putty as they go across the back end there. Okay, it's 1-2. Oh, we've lost oh, what a medium. I did miss the corner by a little bit. Cheapies, motorcycles, that's where you want to go. Pick up your gear. Timothy Richards, here he comes, a great lead. I think he's fairly comfortable at the moment. He's not making any breaks.
Two broke away a bit. Black tire. Dave's missed again, is he? Yep. having a good day. Good boy. We're running out. Yep. 7, 6 to 7. 1 lap to go. Here comes the race leader. Second. Third, fourth, fifth. Here the boys back.
And the other ones that come
A little bit of a
behind,
problem
they're
here.
just going to line up behind. They all lead off
A
the
little bit of
game.
a problem.
Don't forget, Crystal
do
Brook
with the
people,
fence, I think.
people around the district around here. Kieran, it's easy. Someone going to tell me what they really do, but I'm not being a cocky. I'm one of those that makes bits of steel every day.
Get the dirt out of the nose.
Must work with the farm.
Looking at a purple beauty.
Okay, thank you, Dougie. Right, there goes the big machine. Will come flying down off the hill. What have we got going? It looks like number 9 there, Walter Pressing. He's up there, he takes away, but Johnson's right in behind him. Of course, number 2, Mark Gregory's right in the traffic. Oh, we got the way over the side there. A couple of chairs have gone down there. Have a look at those great big gum trees down the back. It's a lovely country, the Flinders Ranges, but you haven't got time to do any tourist work at the moment. That's the way it is. Here we go. It's number 9, going there, Pressing. The boy there, the chocolate driver. The one with the big Mercedes man there. If you want to get your chocolate driver fit, see this man there. He has it all worked out there. Number 9 up there, because Johnny Johnson and Simon Chapman are back in second position very, very quickly as it goes to down the back end there. Nigel Evans, I think he's right in the back here about third position. Up the hill they go, with Pressing up the top, around the bottom end there. Down the next corner they go. The back end there for some reason or other, but what's happening? Very hard to put water on that sort of thing. Well, it keeps running off, but here they come out the grid. Oh, they're very, very close together. Johnson, Johnny Robertson. Billy Robertson made a move out the outside there, swing as that. He puts his foot out there, what a great ride there. Johnny Robertson, he's a bit long in the cruise at the moment of this game, but boy, gee, can he ride. About 10 years ago he raced up here at Crystal Brook, so there you are, you're up to old to ride on his chair. Johnny Robertson and Simon Chapman swinging up the chair as they go down the back end. They shoot right down the big corner, the big speedway corner. He leads out there, he's up this line. Johnny Robertson and Simon Chapman. Here they come around at the speed, just they'll fly up the top here, keep you on it. Right under the fence, there they go. Straight down, both wheels on the ground. Here's the second place. And what we got coming from out the back end. Number 17, Hayden, the King Jim. Mark Gregory and Craig Waters. That's what it is in the big machine there. The big white machine coming around the bottom end there. But here comes their leader at the moment. Johnny Robertson, Simon Chapman goes right out wide. Bails the old Kawasaki way down the back end there. Here they go. Number 9 still going there. Pressing in second place. And number 2, Mark Gregory. This is one of the best fields I've seen for a long, long time in sidecars. I think Liberia is a great one, but I reckon this is better today. Emily Moore jumps and pumped and they wanted to go up the hill today. So right we got there. The front runner, still number 1 going well. Johnny Robertson and Simon Chapman swinging. Number 9's up there. Boulder Pressing with Peter Hayden hanging on the side for Chris there. In third place, Mark Gregory and Craig Warner's up there in good third position. Number 12, I think he's still playing at it from Sullivan there. Terry Gunner and Paul Simon as they shoot down the back there. We'll keep an eye on these front runners at the moment. It's very, very close together with all these bikes are not getting away from anybody. Up the hill and down the dale, into the creek and out the other side. This is looking good, but look at the style of number 1, Johnny Robertson and Simon Chapman. Top riders, look at the way they go there. They've got the work cut out there at the moment. They know very well that Pressing will be right behind him as quick as he can get up there. So the action's back around about third and fourth position at the moment. Number 2, Mark Gregory and Craig Warner. Those two are working very, very hard because they know very well right behind him. That's how it's done. He's pushing as hard as they can. Down the big speedway. Big seat. Here they go. I'm sure you have a great one down there. There's plenty of dust all over, but who cares? That's what motorbikes is all about. And that's what we're all about here tonight. I just have to this way. As much as we are here. And all the see. There we go. We've got a car up there. Number 4. Eric Gunter. Eric Gunter's going now. While he's doing that, I tell you what, don't you take in too much time. Nigel Evans, number 6. We want to get a line sitting back. Nigel Evans on number 6. I think it is in the Honda, yes. That's the way they go. Forget about a leader. He's gone. The action's back in third, fourth, and fifth. Here we go. They bounce across the paddock there. Behind him, and one after the other. This is looking very good at the moment. Keep it on. I'll be watching that number 6. Nigel Evans in there. I'm saying they're only better than the others, but why, gee, they'll be working from behind. They're very aggressive riders, those two, and they'll be looking for every opportunity. 3 bikes going well up there. Down the hill they come. This is looking great as they come down. 3 bikes. They sort of back right. I don't know how they stop. I reckon they must have run into something. That's the only way they stop. Coming down the back there. That was Nigel Evans. He was there moving. But here we go. Front runner. In across there. Now for the runners are. Down the back at the moment. Still coming here. Johnson. Robertson. Jono Robson. He goes in there. Jono goes in well. Second place. Still Pressing. But number 12 has got himself up in third position. I didn't see that there. There he goes up. Those next 2 riders going very well there. And look at the block, it doesn't matter. Number 2, Mark Gregory. He's getting the pressure, put him on there by Hills all around the corner. I've lost him out of sight now. But there you are. You told me as they come out. Michael Evans and Mark Gregory. Gregory. But right so, out the back in. It's number 1. He leads the way. That's why he wins the number 1. Johnny Robertson. He's going to come down that hill in time. Down he goes there. You're up for grabs. Pressing. You're the next one I'm going for. Don't worry about that front one. I'm going to second at the moment. Making great excitement. Come on, people. Give the boys a hand. They've got to keep going. They can't hear it, but there they go. They're thinking there goes the table. Up they come. Pressing from the pan. Down the back wheel. There he goes. Pressing's inside line. Evans on the backside. That gets very close at the moment. This is going very well. And slightly his way to pick up the cross is Terry Gunter. Oh, what a great race of sidecars we're having here today. Where they go. There's an action. Oh, there's the first rider. He's just coming over there. Johnny Robertson and Simon Chapman. And the 3 boys down there. Nigel Evans, Rowan. You want to keep on that table for more. Let's ease up at the moment. But I tell you what, they'll be giving it to you. They'll try something as they come through there. I think he's got the bigger machine. That's for sure as they come around the pit there. For sure. Up to number 1, Johnny Robertson. I don't think he has to go. Johnny Robertson miles away. And there's a bit of traffic in between them too. That makes it a little bit difficult. You've got to get past the 5 riders or whatever you like to call it. There they go. Pressing coming out the side there. As I said before, the challenge is up there by Terry Gunter. He says, you go on there, Evans, and get in front of me, and I'll be right. Evans gets past the back marker, but it's still going there. The other 2 are going to get past this one too. The slow runner, number 14, which is Robert Jones, and James Ware, the number 1, because they are champions here in South Australia, and they're heading in the right direction for 1991 champions, that's for sure. In second place, going with the action. Second place, Nigel Evans and Peter Kurtz. They come back here. In second place, they very hard on their 6th position to get himself up in there. Well done there. A good ride by those 2. Pressing, here he comes. Can he get around this corner?
Hope you enjoyed this footage from Crystal Brook in the beginning of our 1991 season. It was a year of change for us, with a new passenger combination and plenty of challenges ahead. But it would also become one of our most memorable seasons. There are still plenty of more races, stories and old VHS footage to come. If you've been enjoying this series, please consider liking the video, leaving a comment and subscribing to the channel. and if you recognise anyone in today's footage, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of our Vintage Sidecar Motocross journey.